Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium, CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. The Magisterium of One, the Catholic Health Association, or the CHA, is squaring off with America's bishops over Obama's health insurance mandate again. Sister Carol Keehan, president of the organization and one of Obama's biggest supporters in implementing Obamacare, says she is, quote, pleased and grateful for what she calls a resolution to concerns of religious liberty, while the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops calls Obama's proclaimed accommodation insulting. Her intentions are made clear at the end of her public statement released this week, which says, quote, the Catholic Health Association remains committed to working with the administration and others to fully implement the Affordable Care Act, end quote. Keehan, a Catholic nun, was given one of the pens Barack Obama used to sign the Affordable Care Act into law as a token of appreciation for her support after she publicly rebuked American bishops and cardinals over the legislation. Opposition growing. Hardline political conservatives are flocking together to oppose Obama's contraception mandate, calling for the policy to be abolished in order to preserve constitutional freedom. Topping the list of influential United States conservatives fighting Obama on the mandate are Jenny Beth Martin, co-founder of the Tea Party Patriots, President Reagan's education secretary, Bill Bennett, and the Reagan administration's Attorney General, Edwin Meese. Meese says unless we fight the healthcare mandate tooth and nail, quote, we will have allowed the destruction of the basic tenet of our democratic republic, a government that acts only with the consent of the governed, end quote. Jenny Beth Martin says it is terrible to think that this is just the beginning, that other violations of constitutional rights are soon to follow if this attempt is not stopped. Presidential pass. Many have signed the letter from Notre Dame's faculty criticizing the Obamacare mandate, but something important is missing. The recent letter calls the mandate a grave violation of religious liberty and has been signed by some of the most highly recognized institutions and individuals in collegiate education. But it's missing one signature, that of Notre Dame's president, Father Jenkins. You may remember Jenkins is responsible for giving Barack Obama an honorary degree from Notre Dame when he cordially invited the pro-death Oval Office occupant to speak at the college. Instead of signing, Father Jenkins is, quote, applauding Obama's latest efforts, much as he did in 2009 when he was quoted by Notre Dame's Observer newspaper saying Obama, quote, has issues with healthcare, immigration, education reform, and he has addressed those with intelligence, courage, and honesty. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web, and RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
An American first. The Anglican Ordinariate in the United States has a new head. Father Jeffrey Steenson, an Anglican convert, is a priest and will now oversee the American Ordinariate organized by Cardinal Wuerl. Though Steenson will be a member of the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops, he will not be ordained a bishop since he is married. Father Jeffrey seems very strongly inclined towards his mission, quoting St. Anselm in the homily during his installation Mass, saying Christ appointed Peter as the head of the church, to whom members of the church should turn if there is ever dissension among them. You may remember the Ordinariate was established on January 1st of this year to help Anglicans return to full communion with the Catholic Church while keeping their Anglican heritage. Entertaining bigotry. One Grammy performance from over the weekend has met with resounding disapproval from viewers and organizations alike. Nicki Minaj's performance at the musical awards ceremony opened with a mockery of the Catholic sacrament of confession after walking onto the stage with a man dressed like the Pope on her arm, followed by her speaking in tongues and levitating while dancers dressed as altar boys knelt near scantily clad female dancers. Bill Donahue, president of the Catholic League for Religious and Civil Rights, says, quote, "It's bad enough that Catholics have to fight for their rights vis-a-vis a hostile administration in Washington without also having to fend off attacks in the entertainment industry," end quote. Multiple media sources are reporting the majority of Twitter buzz on the performance as very negative, supporting Donahue's sentiment that the net effect of such a sacrilegious presentation will only embolden Catholics as well as their friends in other faith-based communities. You can see the video of the performance on our resource page by clicking on the link right outside the screen. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Thanks for tuning in today. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And also be sure to check out The Vortex, where Michael talks about Obama's gamble. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to tell all your friends about us. And as always, God bless you.